In this video, we will learn how to send follow-up to your Facebook leads on WhatsApp at regular intervals automatically. So you have created a Facebook lead ad form, and whenever a new lead is arrived, you want to immediately send a WhatsApp message to the same lead welcoming them on your store, and then you want to again send a follow-up message to the same lead after 24 hours. So either you can send these kinds of messages manually to the same lead, or you can completely automate your following up process and convert your leads into customers without doing anything manually. So if you want to set this automation for your business, just come to my screen and follow this video till end. So in order to start sending these kinds of WhatsApp messages to my Facebook lead, I need to connect the WhatsApp application with Facebook lead ad form, and I'm going to do it with the help of an automation software, Pabbly Connect. And this is the link of that software, pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link in my description box. Now first you will have to create your free account from this button in order to create that automation, and you will also get free task in the free account to test these kinds of automation. Now I'm already an existing user, that is why I have clicked on sign in, then clicked on access now, and this is how you will also reach to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. And first you will have to click on this blue button, create workflow, and enter workflow name here. So I am providing the name as send follow up to Facebook leads. Let me correct it. Send follow up to Facebook leads on WhatsApp automatically. So click on create and you will see two boxes in front of you, trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. Understand with an example. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, send an email via Gmail application. According to our use case, whenever a lead is arrived via Facebook lead ad form application, send the message on WhatsApp application. So basically we need to select the applications in which we are setting up an automation. So that is why the first application here will be Facebook lead ad forms. Alright, and the idea here is I am connecting Facebook lead ad with Pabbly Connect first, and then I will capture the data, and then I will connect it with WhatsApp. And in trigger event, I will select a new lead as the trigger event. Click on connect, click on add new connection, click on connect with Facebook lead ad form, and it will ask you the access. Well, I am already logged into the different tab, that is why it has connected automatically. Now it is asking me to select the page and the form. So I have created a page in my Facebook with the name home decor, and here I have created a form as well, and the name of my form is looking for an interior designer, and this is the form. I am having 4 fields in this form, and this is the basic form which I have created. Let me select the same details here. So the name of my page is home decor. Alright, and since the Facebook lead ad account is connected, whatever the pages are available in my Facebook account has started visible here. I have selected the same. Alright, lead generation form, well, I want to select this looking for an interior designer form, which I have just shown you. Alright, this is the name of the form in which I am going to capture the leads, and the page access token will be the same. You do not have to do anything. Click on save and send test request, and now read the instruction first, which is very important. After successfully subscribing for instant notification lead ads, your workflow will begin listening to the response. You may then submit a dummy lead information using Facebook lead ads testing tool, or you can use create a test lead action in other workflow. Well, what does that mean? Basically, we need to do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response, and it is waiting to do a test submission. And since I'm not running any live advertisement here, so that is why I'm going to generate a lead. I'm going to do a test submission using this Facebook lead ad tool only. Alright, so this is the page which I have opened. Basically it is a lead ad testing tool, and I will submit a dummy lead right from here. Let me search for the page which I have created. Home decor was the name of my page. So here is the page, and now I am going to select the form. Let me show you the preview of this form. Okay, so this is the preview of the form, and I am going to submit a dummy lead here. Okay, the email of the person, let's say admin@pabblytudes.com. Alright, the name of the person is dummy user, and right now I am going to fill a dummy number, but while sending the WhatsApp messages I will replace this number with my actual number. Alright, so let me fill the dummy name here, 91. Alright, 911111111. Assume that it is the WhatsApp number. Click on next. Click on submit, and you will see that the test lead has been sent. To create a new lead, please delete this one. So let me go back to Pabbly Connect and wait for the response. Alright, so you can see the response has been received. Let me even check the details one by one. Alright, so you can see here is the email admin@pabblytudes.com. Here is the full name dummy user, and here is the phone number. These are the same details which I have provided as a lead. Now I want to send a welcome message to this lead on his or her WhatsApp number. So I am going to select WhatsApp here, and for sending the WhatsApp messages I am going to use WhatsApp Cloud API service, which is the official API of WhatsApp which Facebook has recently launched. And in action event I will select a send template message. Click on connect, click on add new connection, and it is asking you the token, phone number ID and WhatsApp business account ID for connecting WhatsApp Cloud API account with Pabbly Connect. So you will have to go to the website of developers.facebook.com, and from there only we will actually get these details. Well, I have created several videos on how the account creation can be done on WhatsApp Cloud API, and how you will have to create the API and generate the permanent token. So I will attach the same links in my I button and in the description box as well. From that place you can actually learn the whole process. For now I will click on this WhatsApp and getting started, and will copy all the details and paste in Pabbly Connect. And you can see here is the temporary access token I'm going to copy, which will expire in 23 hours, but you will have to generate a permanent token as per the instruction. Generate permanent token as explained here. Alright, now I am going to copy this phone number ID. Alright, paste it here, and lastly the WhatsApp business account ID. Again I have copied and pasted it here. Again I am telling you that please visit my description box and check for the videos that how the WhatsApp Cloud API account can be connected with the Pabbly Connect in case you have any doubt. Now you can see the account has been connected. It is asking for the template name, basically a message template which I have already created in WhatsApp Cloud API account. Let me show you my message template, and I'm going to select the same for sending the WhatsApp messages to the leads, to the users. Okay, so here is the template section. Again, how you can create these message templates and get them approved, the video for the same is given in the description box. But here in this video I have already created a template, and this is the template, and this is the message which I am going to send to my users, to my leads. Okay, from here exactly I have created the message template, and these two variables will be changed automatically as soon as the new lead is arrived. Alright, so go back to Pabbly Connect and let me search for the same name, new lead sign up. This is the name of my WhatsApp template which I have selected. Alright, the language code will be as it is. Select template ID will be also as it is. It is asking for the recipient mobile number. Enter the recipient mobile number with the country code without plus sign. So I'm going to map the number which I have received from here to this place. Okay, so you do not have to copy and paste the things here. Once you will click on this field, okay, you will find the above data here in the drop down. Insert data from previous step. So I'm going to map the phone number from here only. So where is the phone number? Here it is. But you will have to read the instruction once again. What it is written? mobile number should be with a country code without plus sign. But here the number which I have received from the Facebook lead ad form is actually consist of this plus sign. So firstly I'll have to remove this plus sign, then only I can actually provide the number in this particular format. So for removing this plus sign, you just have to click on this plus button, and here with the help of text formatter I am going to remove this plus sign. Basically I am going to use the split function for splitting this particular number, this particular value. Okay, click on connect, and it is as easy as 1 2 3 text to split. Basically I need to split this number. All right, I have mapped it, and what will be the separator value? Well, plus will be the separator value, and what segment you want actually in response. I want the segment after the plus, that is why I will select the second value and save and send test request, and you will actually get the number without plus sign. Now I'm going to map this number here in this section. All right, so I'm going to delete this number and map the new number which I have received. But well, firstly I'll have to refresh this workflow, and since the WhatsApp Cloud API step was not actually saved, I'll have to click on this plus icon. I'll have to connect it once again. Don't worry, I'll do that very quickly. Here is the WhatsApp Cloud API. What was the name of my template? Well, it was actually, let me first select the existing connection, click on save, and let me search for the template name. Well, it was actually new lead assign, something like that. Let me first check the name of the template. Yes, it is the same new lead sign up. Okay, I'm going to select the same, and now I am going to finally map the new number which I have received. You can see from this text parser step I have received this number, I have mapped it, and don't worry, while sending the messages I will actually provide the real number, my WhatsApp number. Alright, now it is asking for the body field 1, body field 2. Well, the name of the person will come here, and here your company name will come. So I am going to map the name of the person again from the Facebook response. Okay, Facebook lead ad response, and here is the name of the person, and here I can actually add the company name, welcome to. So I am going to write it here, welcome to interior designing service. Assume that this is the name of my store, interior designing services, or you can write anything. Okay, click on save and send test request, and you will see the message will get sent automatically. Well, this is actually a dummy number. Let me first change this number and send it to actual number. This is my WhatsApp account. You will see a new message will be arrive here. First let me delete this existing message. Okay, going back here, I'm going to replace this number. So I have provided the actual number. Let me click on this button, and you can see the message has been arrived. Let me show you. Hi dummy user, thanks for the signing up, and welcome to the interior designing service. We are so lucky to have you, and this is the message, complete message. Well, this is the WhatsApp message, basically a welcome message which I have sent to my Facebook leads immediately after they have filled out the form. Now I also want to send a follow-up to the same leads exactly after 24 hours. For that I am going to apply a delay of 24 hours. Okay, so if I'll apply a delay of 24 hours, this particular workflow will get delayed for 24 hours, and then we are going to actually execute our further step. So I want to delay it for 24 hours. That is why here in the delay unit I will select hours, and here in the delay value I will select 24 hours, basically delay for 24 hours. Click on save and send test request, and you will see in the result that this particular automation, this particular workflow has been delayed for 24 hours. Now after the 24 hours, what should happen? Now I'm going to send a follow-up message to the same person exactly after 24 hours from the time he has signed up or he has filled out the form. But there are the chances that the person has filled out the form maybe in the midnight or maybe at 2 a.m. So after the 24 hours, I'll again get the time of 2 a.m. And believe me, following up to the people in the midnight will look very unprofessional. So I cannot actually send the follow-ups in the midnight. So what I will do, I will first find out the time, basically the date and time exactly, that after 24 hours, what is the time. If that time is actually of the midnight, delay my workflow for next few hours more and then send the message in the morning. And if the time which I am getting after 24 hours is actually of the afternoon, of the evening, or of the morning time, then you can actually send the message without applying any delay or anything extra. So how I am going to do that? Just follow the instructions one by one. So firstly, we will actually check what exactly it is the time. Okay, we'll have to define this particular thing. So with the help of the date time formatter, I am going to actually fetch out the time. All right, so here action event, I will choose the current date and click on connect. And here in the basic format, I will actually choose this particular value where I'm having the date as well as the time, and click on save and send test request, and you will actually receive the date and time. And here we actually have the 13:22. This is the time. Well, it is actually the time of afternoon. Now finally, I have this date and time. Now I wanted to compare this time with the midnight time, and of course I cannot actually compare the time with this particular value. So I want this time in the basic format. So again, with the help of date time formatter, I'm going to actually fetch the this particular date and time in the basic format. Let me show you. You just need to follow the instructions. Okay, here I'm going to select the format date only. Click on connect, and here you will have to enter the date which you have just received, because we are actually formatting this particular date only. All right, so this is the date time formatter and this is the date which we have received. Now it is asking from the form and to format. Well, from format will be the same. You can see, you can compare it, and in to format, finally I'm going to select the basic format of time. Okay, hours and minute. I want this time to be in this particular format. Okay, so finally I will receive this time. 13:20 is the time. Again, I cannot apply the condition on this particular format because numbers can be actually compared, that whether 5 is equal to 5 or not, or 5.5 is equal to 5.5 or not. But how I can actually compare the 5:00, this particular value? How can I actually compare the greater than and less than or equal to values? That is why I need to again shorten this value. So I will again apply the text formatter, and with the help of text formatter, we can actually split this value once again. All right, so action event, again split text. Here is the split text. Click on connect, and what text I need to split? Well, this is the text, so let me map the same. I have received that text, basically the time in this step, from this step. So this is the result, and I'm going to separate it with the help of with this colon. Okay, I want to separate these two values by this colon which I have provided, and I want the first part of this particular term. So I'm going to select the same. Click on save and send test request, and you will see that finally you will receive a whole number which we can actually compare with other numbers, and in this way we are going to set the condition. Now I have to compare this value. Basically I need to create the conditions, and here I have two conditions. One is for the night. If the time is actually of the midnight, first delay it for a few hours and then send the message in the morning. And if the time is actually of the afternoon, evening or morning only, then send the messages directly. So with the help of routers, I will actually build these two conditions, and here with the help of this button you can actually add as many as routes as you want, as many as conditions you want. But in this scenario I simply have two conditions. One is for the midnight, so I will write it here. I will rename it here like, if the time is of midnight, first delay it and then send the follow-up. Okay, click on update, and in the second step I will rename it as if the time is of not midnight, or you can say if the time is of evening or afternoon, from morning to evening. If the time is from morning to evening, then directly send the follow-ups. So these are the condition I'm going to set in these routers. Okay, so let me first correct these spellings. All right, click on update, and I'm having these two conditions, and when I will click on this button, I can actually provide the condition, and further I can actually create the automation. So before I apply the condition here, let me first explain you in the layman language that how exactly we are going to actually set these conditions. So we have two cases, case 1 and case 2. First case is actually of the midnight, where messages cannot be sent. And the second case is actually of the daytime, where messages can be sent directly. Messages can be sent. So firstly, I'm going to decide that from which particular time and up to which particular time I don't want to send the messages. So I have decided that I do not want to send the messages after 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. This is the time at which I do not want to send the message, and instead of this 12 a.m. I will actually write it as 00 and 8 a.m. Alright, and here in case 2 I want to send the messages after 8 a.m. Okay, after 8 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Okay, 11:59 p.m. Again, I will write it in the 24 hours format. So in place of 11:29, I will write it as 23:59. Okay, let me first remove this PM AM because I am going to set this condition in the 24 hours format. So case 1 is midnight, case 2 is daytime, and in between 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock I do not want to send the messages, and in between 8 a.m. to 23:59 I can actually send the messages. So here I'm going to set the condition as if the time is actually equal to 00, in that case do not send the message. If the time is actually greater than 00, then also it should not actually send the message. And if the time is actually less than 8, let's say if it is 6 o'clock of the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, do not send the messages. And here I am going to set if the time is equal to 8, I can actually send the messages. If the time is greater than 8, in that case also we can directly send the messages. And if the time is less than 23, in that case also I can send the messages. So I am going to set these conditions here. So let me first minimize it and set this condition here. This is the filter, and in the select label I am going to map the recent response which I have received from the last step, basically after splitting out the values. After splitting out the time, I have actually received the value of time, and 13 is the value here. And let me open this notepad once again, and here I'm going to set the 00 equal to, so here I will write 00. I will add the plus icon, and here I will apply the AND condition. If the response is greater than, where is greater than? Greater than 00. Alright, and here I will select OR condition, that if the time is, again the value, map it, here is the value 13. If it is less than, okay, less than 8, in these cases what should be done? We should actually apply the delay. But first let us check whether the condition is false or true. Well, this condition is false. Why false? Because currently we have actually received the value of 13. We have actually received the time of 13, and 13 is actually the time of afternoon, basically 1 p.m. So that is why here this time the condition is true. But when this condition is going to be true, what will happen? We will have to apply a delay once again. We will have to apply a delay of the whole night, and then we will instruct here that send the message in the morning. So here I'm going to apply delay until, and until which particular date, which particular time. So I will actually provide the date and time from which particular step. Well, remember, we have actually received the current date from this particular step. In the date time formatter, we have actually received the current. So on the same date and up to 8 a.m. in the morning, the system, this automation should actually delay until this particular time, this particular date and time. And after this particular date and time has met, they can actually send the WhatsApp messages, which we are going to actually set in the next step. But here is the twist. The delay is asking me the date and time in this particular format only. But currently I am having the date and time in this particular format, and the time is also actually of the 1 p.m. But here I would like to map the time of the 8. Basically I'm going to write the time of the 8 in the morning. So I will have to remove this value, and I'll have to map the value which the delay is actually asking for. So how and from where I will get actually this particular format? So how about I actually split this date and time separately, and along with this date I will actually provide the time manually. Well, do not get confused. Let me show you what exactly we are going to do. So before this plus icon, before this delay step, we are going to search for the text formatter once again, and in the text formatter we are going to search for the split function once again, and with the help of this split function we are going to separate the date and time. Okay, text to split. Well, I want to split which particular date and time, which I have received from the current date step. Remember, current date step. Remember, sorry for that, current date step. So this is the current date step. Okay, I'm going to map this particular value, and it is asking me the separator via which I would like to separate these values. I want to separate the values from this T, and finally I want the first segment, basically the value of before the T. So that is why I will keep it as it is and click on save and send test request, and you will see I will receive the value. Basically I will receive my date, and now I'm going to map the same date here. Well, I'll have to refresh this step, I guess, because this new time will not be reflected here. So let me first refresh this step. So I have refreshed my workflow. Well, the second step of router has also got removed because I have refreshed it, and that particular step was not actually saved. Okay, and here I am going to apply the delay function once again. It has got removed because it was not saved. That step was actually not completed. Now I am going to select the delay until, and here I am going to map the value which I have just received from the last text formatter step. Basically I have split that date and time, and this is the date I am having. Okay, I have mapped it, and on this particular date I have to delay this particular workflow until 8 in the morning. Let me first check for the formatter. Well, it wants this particular format, so let me first copy and paste this format and replace these values. Here I am going to write 0800 and 00. So I have provided the same. Click on save and send test request and wait for the response. Well, why it is showing me the error? I have provided the correct format. No, I have forgot to provide a space in between date and time. Let me once again check this particular thing. Okay, you can see the success is here, and this automation has been delayed until this particular date and time. Once it has met this particular condition, this particular time, what should be the next step? The next step should be to send the follow-up messages. Okay, so that is why here I will select for the WhatsApp Cloud API once again and will actually send the messages. Okay, in action event, I'm going to select the send template message, click on connect and click on existing connection because I have already made the connection, and now I am going to select the template name. Here the template name will be reply to the lead. Okay, and I will keep the language code and select template ID as it is. All right, and here I will provide the number again in which particular format. Well, remember we have received the number from this step. We have actually removed the plus sign from this number, so I have mapped the number as well, and don't worry, I will replace this number with the actual one when I will send the message. Now it is asking for the name of the person. Well, here is the name, dummy user, and secondly it is asking actually for the company name. Well, the company name was Interior Designing Services. Okay, so I have provided all the necessary thing. Click on save and send test request and you will see this particular message will get sent. Well, this is actually the dummy number. Let me first replace this number. So I have provided the actual number. Going to click on save and send test request once again and you will see the message will get sent, will be received on this WhatsApp number. Wait for it. Well, yes, the message has been received automatically. Hello dummy user, thank you for filling out the form. We will be in touch shortly. Warm regards, Interior Designing Services team. Well, you can compose your follow-up message as per your choice. You can actually create a message template according to your requirement. I have just to send a dummy, a testing message just to show you how you can actually send the follow-up messages. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and let me tell you one more interesting thing here. What is that? Remember, while we have set up this condition, the condition was actually false, and despite of that condition is false, the message has actually got sent. Why? Because in Pabbly Connect, whenever you are going to set up the automation, basically you are going to set up the routers, on the first time the action step will always execute despite of the condition whether it is false or true. So don't worry, no matter the condition is true or false, in the first time this step will execute for sure, the message will get sent for sure, but in the real time if the condition is false, do not worry, the message will not get sent. Okay, so the first step of router has been completed. Now I am going to set the second step. So instead of setting up this whole step from the scratch, I'm going to clone this particular step and I'm going to rename this step. Okay, so how about I rename it as if the time is of daytime, or you can say the afternoon, then send the follow-ups directly. Okay, so this is going to be the second step of the router. I have renamed it, and when you will click here, you will see the whole settings, the whole condition will be already there since we have cloned this step from the above step. But here of course I'll have to change this condition, and I'm going to change this condition, and remember we have actually planned for the same. If in the daytime, in the case 2, if the time is actually equal to 8, greater than 8 and less than 23 hours. Okay, so let me apply these conditions. Okay, if the time is equal to 8 and greater than 8, so let me apply the same. Is the time is equal to 8 and greater than 8, and it should also be less than 23. Okay, at the same time it should be less than 23. So I have applied the condition. Click on save and send test request, and this time the condition is going to be true. Why true? Because this time the time which I have received, the value which I have received is actually 13, basically the afternoon time. So that is why if the time is afternoon, then send the follow-up directly. So I'm going to send the message directly, but here I'm going to delete this delay step because it is not actually required here. And let me first delete the same step once again, and finally I'm going to send the WhatsApp messages directly. So here the template will be the same, the template ID will be the same, the message, the number will be the same, and rest of the things will be the same. Simply click on save and send test request and you will see the message will get sent immediately. Let me open the same and it is getting open. Alright, hello dummy user. Again, thank you for filling out the form. We will be in touch shortly. Warm regards, Interior Designing Services team. So this is how in both the cases the follow-up will be sent automatically. And again I'm telling you, you can select the template. You can create the template according to your choice. We have added the separate videos on how the templates can be created in WhatsApp Cloud API in our description box. You can actually check for the same. So let me close this step and take a look on the whole automation that what exactly we have done. First, we have captured all the leads, and among those leads I have actually received the number, and that number was consist of this plus sign which I have removed with the help of split text, and finally I have sent the WhatsApp message. And after this immediate WhatsApp message, after this immediate welcome message, I have applied a delay of 24 hours and check what exactly the time is after 24 hours. The time which I have received was actually in this particular time, in this particular format. So I have formatted this time once again and have received the value and have received the time in this particular format. Finally, I am having the time as 13:20. Now finally, I have applied the text formatter once again and have split down this time in this particular time. Now once I have actually received this value, I have compared it. I have actually applied the condition with the help of routers, and using this condition you can see I have actually applied the condition. Okay, the same condition I have mapped in the filter. You can see this is the value which I have mapped, and I have applied 3 conditions here. The first condition was this, and when the condition is going to be true, I have actually applied 2 more things. First, the text formatter, and from where I have actually split this date and time once again, and I have received this date and I have mapped this date in this delay because I want to delay this particular function, this particular automation for the whole midnight. And once this particular time is arrived, basically 8 in the morning is arrived, I have finally sent the WhatsApp message. And in second case also I have applied few condition, and once these conditions are going to be true, the message will get sent directly. In case you want to clone this whole setup into your account, I will attach the link, the shareable link of this workflow into my description box. And once you have created this automation inside Pabbly Connect, you can simply close Pabbly Connect because everything will work in the backend. Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. Now onwards, whenever the new lead will be arrived, the message will get sent automatically. You do not have to do anything manually. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.